Yo, what's up? We're back. Yeah, we're gonna. I felt like trying something a bit different today. Yeah, I think it was the final of the freestyle chess championship or something in Paris, and I thought, oh, you know what? Why not? Let's try a freestyle chess game, or what do you call it? Chess 960 or Fischer random. They got lots of different names, but yeah, basically what it is the back row of pieces are kind of randomly arranged. Which just creates for kind of interesting positions, and it takes the sort of memorization out of chess, because it can be frustrating if you don't have lots of experience, and you get into chess and then all of a sudden you fall for different opening traps and people who just kind of can rattle off moves just by heart and things like that, and it can be quite sort of frustrating to play against. So yeah, 960s. Yeah, it's fun. Yeah, and it's a good way to sort of just get a fresh position from move one, and you kind of have to start thinking for yourself sort of straight away. So yeah, I'm not sure what the pool is like on chess.com. So I can see this guy wants a 15 plus 10-second increment game, which sounds perfect. Yeah, just to give me a little bit extra time to play Fischer random, and I get that little bit of increment, which is good. So because you see my other videos. If it was 10 plus 0 like my other, I'm sure to just sort of flag straight away. Okay, cool. So here we go. So the only I need to make a move. Okay, hang on. Let me. Okay, there's lots to think about. That's the thing with Fischer random. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna play f4. My idea is to open up this bishop, and also if it's a good thing to sort of check for what pieces are defended, and things like that. And if we notice these pawns on the edge are unprotected actually, so I had a sneaky idea with f4. If my opponent wasn't careful, then maybe I would have been able to just play bishop takes pawn. With Fischer random, the only constraints, is that the right word, is that the king has to be in between the rooks, so you can still castle either way, and the bishops need to be on opposite colours, so you need to have one of each colour. And castling, how it works is, if I wanted to castle kingside, I'd need to move all of these pieces, I think, and then when I castle, so I drag my king over the rook, it ends up in the same position as it would in regular chess. So my king would actually come all the way over here, and my rook would end up here. And queen sides, I would drag my king over to the rook, but my king would actually end up in the same place, and my rook would just jump over, just like in queen side castling in regular chess. Okay, so let's play moves. I think this is a good move from my opponent, because I don't know where else this knight in the corner is going to go, so I'm kind of half tempted to just copy. I could also play e4 or d4 or something like that. It's good to sort of, again, just look to control the center and do all of that stuff. But for now, let's just play this, because I feel like this knight's always going to come to this square, and it leaves me kind of flexible to see what to do next. I think my knight probably belongs on this square. I probably just want to move my e pawn. I think I'd like to play e4. Maybe I should play e4. Maybe go on for e6. If I play e4 and they play something like d5, I could always maybe shut it, just have a closed position and just push e5. But I like e4 because it opens up my bishop and my queen. So let's try that, I think. It's good to just look at, what your opponent's moves kind of open up for them. So just be aware of where the bishop can come out, where this queen can come out as well, But I don't think there's any sort of major opportunities for them just yet. So. Let's see. Okay, so what's the ideal structure? I think knight f3, maybe d4 as well. Just try to get big center. The bishops sometimes don't need to develop. They can, they're already on good sort of squares, good diagonals, so I can maybe just chill with that. Okay, knight f6. They're attacking this pawn, so yeah, maybe d4 is not going to work because they can just take the pawn. So maybe I do need to play something like d3. I could also think about moving my queen to. No, but we don't want to move it there because that's where I want my knight. I could also play e5. It seems a little bit loose. I can move the knight to d5, which will be attacking this pawn. I think maybe we'll just go here. It does block this bishop in, so my bishop becomes a little bit sad. So what else? I guess we'll just do it anyway. e5, knight d5, d3, d4. No, not d4. Let's play a move. Okay, h6. Bit of a strange move. Maybe they want to play like g5. I guess I should play knight f3. I could also think about g4. g4, g5. Let's just develop. If the bishop comes... yeah, I don't know the idea of this. It's maybe to play g5, or maybe they want to bring the bishop here. That undefends this pawn, so maybe I've got ideas of bringing my knight in. It's not a big deal though, they could always protect with the queen. I guess my king does... It looks like a position where it's quite natural to just go queenside. For that to happen, I just need to move my queen, and then I could castle if I wanted to. Okay, d6. Yeah, my opponent's playing pretty solid. There's no weaknesses for me to sort of exploit or anything like that, so seems fairly reasonable. So I could play h3 and g4. Bring my bishop out to g2 maybe. What else? g3, bishop g2, maybe. I should just move. Maybe you could play like queen e1 and then queen a5, attack this pawn, but could be something, maybe. It's a bit of a weird move, but I might actually just play this little queen move, actually. Because it gets ready to castle. But also, yeah, I might have this. Because if I ever push this, then we can get something like this, maybe, and their pawn structure's a bit weakened, maybe. I don't really want to be giving up my bishop, but it just gives me the option of maybe doing that. And I don't know if it's a good move. It might not be a good move. I didn't really want to move my queen here, because my bishop could come here if it wanted to. Let's see. c5's a pretty aggressive move. So casting queenside looks pretty appealing right now. Oh, the other good thing about the queen on this square is it protects this e4, so I could play d4 someday without this, pawn being unprotected. Casting queenside looks very logical because, yeah, so I guess, the only idea with this is for them to go here, but if I castle queenside and then we take, then that opens up my rook, so I'm fairly happy with that. So let's go with that. And then maybe I'm looking at d4. The problem is if I play d4, they might play c4 and sort of lock it down, yeah, close it down a little bit. Let's see. Okay. Queen d7. So d4, c4. What about queen a5 here then? Queen a5, we could see queen a4. And do we want the queen trade? I don't know. I could just play something like king b1. It's a bit of a slow kind of move, but it could be useful just defending this pawns because they've got ideas of this as well now. I guess I. Oh, they're also getting ready to castle queenside themselves. I'm just going to move my king. I'm not really sure what to do, so let's just do that. I think I like my position a little bit. I think this move's a little bit weak if they're going to castle queenside. You know, I think it's good to have your pawns just nice and sturdy. Also, yeah, okay, this light squared bishop is not having a very nice time back here. You know, with not many prospects, whereas my bishop's maybe are slightly better. Okay, they want to bring the bishop to the long diagonal. I really want to play d4, but again, c4 is a bit annoying, isn't it? Let's see. How do I do something here? Queen a5, queen a4. I could play h3 and g4. With the idea of g5, I just try to... I could also play like bishop e3. And maybe just try to, you know, zigzag around here just to sort of challenge this diagonal a little bit. How we do for time? 8 minutes 20. Yeah, with 15 minutes plus 10, you can spend a bit of time, which is good, I guess. The good thing about e5 is that if they take, it weakens this pawn and we get a knight in. So they probably wouldn't take, but it gives this square on d5. And then we can take. And then actually after recaptures, we do have 2 people on this, which is quite good. But knight d5 also attacks this one. Maybe I want to play g3 and just defend this then. g3 maybe, because then I've got ideas perhaps of bringing my bishop to h3, you know. And if this pawn ever flinches, then, you know, the queen and king is on that line as well. So let's try that. Okay. What to do? So what was I thinking? e5 now, because now this pawn's protected. And that really... This pawn can't really flinch, because then they will be losing this pawn. So... Yeah, it might be winning a pawn now, because again, I'll be able to take on d6, and then I'll get c5. Should we try it? It looks okay to me. It's going to start opening up now, and we'll see what happens. I'll be a little bit wary of this diagonal maybe, but my bishop's ready. I like my position. Like you know, this bishop is pretty bad, pretty bad back here, and I'm castled. The king's Hasn't made a decision yet. Okay, so like I was saying, I think we can just take a pawn, and then we take this pawn, and I think we're winning a pawn. So let's try that. I'm not seeing any complications, but let's see. Knight a4. Okay, I can still take this. They've got two people on this now. Okay, I didn't consider this. I've got knight e5 as well, which looks quite nice. Knight e5 looks really nice. It blocks the bishop and it attacks the queen, obviously. But I guess there is queen takes pawn, eh? Queen takes pawn, maybe knight c4. What else? I've maybe got queen a5 now, attacking the knight. No, but this is a problem. Here, here. And then here, no. Yeah, because they're defending this one more time as well, so it's getting a little bit weird. I could play knight c5 actually, and they can't take here either way because obviously we're attacking the queen. Maybe that's the way to go. And knight c5, bishop c5. Maybe there's something like queen b5, which would be threatening mate. But I have something like d4, I think. I think that's all okay. Let's go here. Am I missing anything? I hope not. Okay. Yeah, we haven't got loads and loads of time, so I think I've won a pawn. It's a little bit weird though. This bishop is very strong, that's true. This bishop is not. Attacking this pawn. Can be risky to take that though, because it would open up the rook towards my king, the king. Yeah. I'd like to. Well, no, I guess we should try to hold on to this pawn. I'd like to play knight e5. I think knight e5 would be nice. Okay, so I could play knight e5 because. And there's something like this. And I back up the bishop. I could just back up the bishop straight away. Knight e5, queen b5. Maybe I can play d4 actually. Knight e5, queen a4. Am I going to have to play bishop a3 anyway? Because then I might as well play bishop a3 first, perhaps. Oh, there's also d7, isn't there? d7. Complicated. Knight e5. I mean, if the queen goes backwards anywhere, then we're happy. I think here, then there is d4. And I think we're happy there. So, queen a4. There's also something like b3, but no, we don't want to play b3. That weakens this square. So, I think we could play d7 though. Let's say King, what, d8? There's also bishop actually takes knight. Okay, I'm just going to play here. Not sure. Oh, how am I +2? I thought it was just +1. Okay, we won 2 pawns somehow. I don't know how that happened. Oh yeah, okay, so we won d6 and then c5. Okay, so I guess the position's good. And the good thing is, with a 10-second increment, you know, I shouldn't flag. I mean, obviously you can get under time pressure and, you know, you can be sort of forced to, you know, play some bad moves, but I'm never, yeah. Should be okay. Yeah. Okay, maybe I'll take a bit of a long think now. Yeah, what else can I talk about? I don't know. Yeah, I've been a bit busy recently, so yeah, I haven't done too many videos. Training for my first marathon actually at the end of the month, which is quite scary. I don't think I've done quite enough, so training wise, yeah, I don't know, it could be tough. Could be tough for sure. Wish me luck in the comments, perhaps. Yeah, that would be cool. It's not for a couple more weeks though, so hopefully I'll do a couple more videos before then as well. Get back to the rapid chess. I'd like to do some, perhaps some. Every now and then I do slow sort of rated games, you know, like proper classical chess for my, you know, local town or sometimes for the county as well. And yeah, if ever I have an interesting game with that, I might do like a slow game sort of recap, and you can see kind of what's involved with, you know, a really a proper slow game where, you know, I'm really thinking deeply about everything. Okay, so Queen A4. Knight C3 might be an idea now, because if I take, then they get this bishop. Knight E5 looks really nice to me. Let's try that. I'm happy if they give up the bishop, of course. This bishop is strong. So I've got d7. It's not necessarily great though. You know, pawns far up the board can be dangerous, but they can also be kind of a liability as well. And you know, sometimes, you know, after the king moves, if I don't have anything, then they can just take this and then collect the pawn at some point. So bishop g2, yeah, looks good, because yeah, this knight's strong as well, so it'd be nice to do something about this. I could also think about c4. Or bishop g2 in combination with c4, and then maybe I'm looking at this square, my knight and my bishop. I could consider a queen trade at some point as well, because I'm up a bit of material, so a queen trade makes sense. Okay, they do castle. Let's see. Do I ever want to play d4? does open up this bishop. I think I want the bishop on a long diagonal, right? Let's try that. Not sure though, but I do need to move a little bit. Ready for f6? No, f6 is never possible because of this pawn. But like I say, I do need to worry about moving this knight because they might have knight c3, which, yeah, again, they have this idea. Something to be aware of. I'd like to play b3, but that undefends my bishop. So, yeah, what to play next? c4. Queen e4, maybe. Queen e4, if they deny the queen trade, then, you know, I've got this battery maybe, and the knight would be pinned, so if the knight moves in, maybe I can play queen 2, and that would be checkmate, right? So yeah, what else? Okay, it's going to be a longer video. How long have we been going for already? Yeah, 25 minutes. Okay, longer video. Okay, they do play this one, but yeah, like I say, this gives me this. Seems good. And it blocks the bishop as well. I feel like the end is near. I've got quite a few ideas now, so I'm attacking the rook. I've got ideas of taking out this knight and playing queen here, you know, and maybe my queen can get into c7. Okay, they're giving me the rook. That seems good as well, really good. Is it mate? Pretty much. Seems great, right? I could take the rook, but I feel like I want to take this knight and play queen c3. That seems amazing. Let's try that. Oh yeah, if they take this knight, it's mate. It's got to be mate. Okay, if I take the bishop, it's probably still mate, I think. It's not quite mate, but yeah, it's pretty bad though, because, yeah, I think, you know, here, take this. Absolute disaster. I think we got it. We got it. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see the review after. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, so this one. Take the bishop. Attacking this bishop, still attacking the rook. So maybe rook g8. Oh, get my other rook to d7 maybe. I say other rook, get a rook to d7. Attacking this pawn as well. Got knight here as well. All sorts of stuff. This one. King b8. Knight here. Knight here seems great. Attacking this, and obviously this is defending the bishop, so it can't really move. Rook here, we can grab this with check first, and then maybe take the rook if we haven't got mate already. So it's a matter of time. It's a matter of time now. They could probably resign, but sorts of good moves here. Take this. Yep. Got this fork, or I can just take a rook. Take a rook. Yeah, I think the problem with my opponent's game was that bishop. I know I mentioned it a few times, but it really was a bit of an issue. Oh, they want to chat. You probably can't see it with my camera in a way, but let's see. Ah, that's nice. He said, nicely played, lost control after a pretty good start. GG. GG, bro, thanks. Okay, cool. There we go. Okay, I got a miss apparently. Yeah, let's check the review. Yeah, I realise I keep forgetting to just press F11 like that, and now we don't get the the little bar at the top, and it looks a lot more neat and professional. I keep forgetting to do that. It's so stupid, isn't it? But, okay, cool. Let's see. Yeah, so we'll start the review. Okay, yeah, normal. E4's good. D3. Yeah, D3 is always like not ideal because obviously you want to leave this line open for your bishop. So the computer doesn't love D3, but I imagine it's fine really. I mean, there's no way knight F3 is an inaccuracy, right? It really wants A4. That's kind of interesting, isn't it? Oh wow, just giving up this pawn because yeah, you open up the rook. Yeah, just to open up the rook. That's interesting. And you're kind of threatening A5. Okay, that's kind of cool. But yeah, a knight F3 is still absolutely fine. But yeah, it's just this A4 move, which is apparently very strong. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, Queen E1's a bit of a. It's actually pretty good, I think. Yeah, it's up there with the computer. Yeah, look, it's really up there with the computer's recommendations. So I'm happy about that. That's kind of cool. Yeah, castles. Yeah, Queen D7. Yeah, it just it stays on the line with my rook. So yeah. Okay, and this was my miss. Okay, it's not the worst thing in the world. But yeah, okay, apparently I had E5 straight away. Yeah, why didn't I consider that? I can't remember why I didn't consider it in this position. Oh well, yeah, like I mentioned it a few times, how it it undermines this pawn, and you're getting your knight in, stacking the knight, and you can take and take this. So I don't know why I didn't play it there. Yeah, it took me a few moves to play it. There was the knight d5 f4 thing. Okay, so hang on. So let's see. So it's e5, knight d5. It wants to take, and if takes, knight e5. Queen d6, say. Okay, and then we're getting this. Yeah, okay. Okay, so yeah, maybe I should have spent just a little bit more time really sort of calculating that through. But never mind, I played it a few moves later. So g6, and then I defended that pawn, so I was ready for e5 now, and then I played it, and then knight c5 was not the only good move. He wants to play c4, okay. And then take here. I don't know. That's very subtle kind of computer stuff, I think. Yeah, it's not. It's all good. Yeah, this is fine. I imagine this is all completely fine. There we go. Cool. Let me know if you enjoyed that. Yeah, like I say, you do get some sort of fresh ideas, fresh positions with chess 960s. So yeah, if you want to see more of that, maybe drop me a comment, drop me a thumbs up and all that. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Yeah, I'll see you soon. Yeah, and yeah, maybe we'll get back to the rapid chess, or maybe like I say, maybe I'll do a game review. I'm actually playing a slow game tomorrow night. So if that's an interesting game, then I mean, sometimes you just get a really boring kind of draw, and maybe I won't bother with doing a video in that case. But if it's an interesting game, I might maybe do a review of that. And but yeah, okay, cool. Have a good day, and I shall see you next time.